Hello again from Crabtree Hollow. Today I'd like to show you folks how I do bottle stoppers. I like these type of stoppers with the silicone plug on them because they are easy in, easy out. Also, they have these 3 ribs on them, so when the bottle's half finished, it can be laid down in the refrigerator or wherever on its side and it won't leak. So that's why I use these. They're inexpensive and they work the best that I have come across any of them to work. Also, it's the white ones. And the tools that I use mainly to do this are, I have these 4-inch screws here. Okay. I have a small drill bit. Okay. Okay. I have this 1/2-inch drill bit. Nothing special. Okay. In this Jacob's chuck, I have mounted a 1/2-inch spur. And what I do is I take out some right here. I take down the shaft here of it, make it a little smaller, and I also up here on the end make some points to stick in the wood. I'll explain all of this as I go along. I also have a dowel here, a 1/2-inch dowel. Get this from Lowe's. It comes 4 foot. So as I say, they're all varied sizes. So if I drill a little bit deep, it doesn't matter. I'll be able to fix that later. It's all built into my my way of doing this. That's why I also start with a bigger blank than I really need to. As you can see, I have my Jacob's chuck with my little spur in here, and now I'll show you what this spur is all about. All this is I do this with compression. I hold it steady on here with my tailstock. I'm going to lose some wood here. I'm going to lose some wood up here. So by the time I get finished, I might have a bottle stopper, say about that high, which is plenty. I'm going to turn the speed up to about 2200 and go from there. Now here's where that cutaway on the shaft comes in. I want to, that tells me how far from the end I am. And I can also go down and trim this thing up without hitting my tip on the shaft. And also in this way, if I think that this bottle stopper is going to be a bit too high, then I can take it off of this end here, and so I always try to bring that into consideration. So anyway, I have a bottle stopper here, and I'll see just how I'm doing. Okay, that's what I thought. Some parts did come out. This is a black walnut, which it'll be gorgeous when I'm finished with it. And that's why I've adopted this way, is because it's versatile. I can throw a piece of wood on here and I can take where I want from it after I get it on the lathe. I don't have to choose it completely before I put it on here. But this guy has some rod in it, and it can Just definitely use a little turning down. But see, things like this, that's good. I don't mind this. This is I would like to leave this because I can glue that, and as a matter of fact, I will do that now. So on this one, I will take it off and work on him another day. Go from there. On these type, I never know if I'm going to save them, actually use them, or anything like that. It's kind of fun to find out if I can or not. If you have something that is, you know, unique like this, generally speaking, somebody's going to really like it. So don't be afraid of the uniqueness. So I have some moss left on here. I have a pith of a knot. I have that, you know, going all the way through, I imagine, and so it's pretty cracked there, which is fine. Some nice coloring here. So I'm going to leave a lot of the natural on here because of the knots, and just, you know, it'll just be a little different. This one I'm pretty satisfied with right now. What I'm going to do with it is finish it a little bit with my finishing gouge. I'll start off with sanding it with some 120. I don't have my fans turned on because of the camera today, but right above me is air filtration system, and I also usually have a fan, a 10-inch fan coming in here, so it's shoving all of this sawdust to the back, and then the air filtration system picks it up. And generally speaking, also I take this hole out, but because of this one leaving the bark on here, I'm going to just leave that hole in there. If for some reason you look at them and you say, huh, I like it and everything, except I don't like it. You can always jazz it up a little bit with some wire. Going this fast, you have to really be careful that you don't burnish places where you don't want to, so it's imperative to keep that sandpaper moving at all times. Drill bit wandered on me to begin with. That's another reason for this. It's to make me look good. Have a little bit of a mushroom going on there. So we'll say that we've got our 30 or 40 bottle stoppers and go on to the next step. So what I do next is I get rid of these little nubs. Okay, on this now I've removed the 1/2-inch drill bit, put in my little 3-inch diameter sanding disc with Velcro on it. So I have that set up. Now I go through and I will sand all of these down as needed. cut this one a little deep, so I have to sand it out. I want to sand these down to, 240, 320, somewhere in there. Just so, so I don't have scratches here. I don't have scratches here, which, hardly ever would I have it down here. Up here on top, I have to be a little bit more cautious. I don't have any way of holding on to these things to put my finish on it, okay? So I have to get a handle. I have to put a handle on this. So what I do is I take this little drill bit that I showed you earlier. I go down pretty much in the center of my bottle stopper. I drill a hole in it. And I go through, carefully not to come out the top of the stopper. Now this is where my 4-inch screws come in. Okay, now I have a handle. Anyway, they're ready to start putting the polyurethane on. So what I do here is I just dip these guys in here. Most of the time they'll cooperate better than this will. And so if I get some in the hole, it's fine. If that's why I have this screw on here, so I can handle it. And now sometimes also you'll see little air bubbles come up, and it's the wood releasing the air. It's the polyurethane actually soaking into the wood, and you're going to find this on anything that you put polyurethane on, and or a lot of the things. So anyway, this what was just a little ugly branch thing to start with is going to be a very, very beautiful bottle stopper. Redwood burl. Next. Redwood burl, isn't this something? This is redwood is a very fine wood to turn. Burls and with the knots, and just some of the wood design is just incredible. Like that vase and platter that I have on my in the art gallery on my website. It's just gorgeous wood. Kind of on the soft side, of course, but it's just so beautiful. Okay, I'm just now looking for maybe some dry spots on here, and got lots of bubbles. They'll all be taken care of. But this is another Madrona piece here, and it's turned out to be a nice little mushroom. But the ones that I've done now, I come underneath with a paper towel, and I collect the drips that are on them. When I'm satisfied that these have a nice finish on them, I then remove these screws, and it's time to put a 1/2-inch plug in there. But before I do that, I have to clean these holes out again. Okay, so I do that again with the 1/2-inch drill bit. You're doing a lot of them. So now I have cleaned out holes. I get my little silicone stopper here for a measurement, and I put that up here on here, and I give it just a little bit of room on each side. Make them even, make them smooth. And then you have completed bottle stoppers. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining me at Crabtree Hollow. Appreciate it if you subscribe, and happy hollowing.